Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Friday, October the 30th. Meghan's court delay might just backfire on her. Will she get summary trial or be forced to testify? I hope she has to testify, and I hope that she gets asked all the questions and has to answer all the things that we all want to know, and I feel we have a right to know. Disclaimer, full disclaimer can be found down below in the description. Thanks to each of you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Meghan Markle asked London High Court to decide tabloid lawsuit without a trial. She's asking for a summary. This is by Nancy Dillon, New York Daily News, published the 28th. In a bold move, Meghan Markle is asking London's High Court to scrap up upcoming trial, which was supposed to be January 11th, and simply rule on her privacy claim against the UK tabloid that published a letter she sent to her estranged father. Of course, we know that's the Mail on Sunday. The Duchess of Sussex and her lawyers applied for a summary judgment Wednesday, saying that they believe they have an overwhelmingly strong case. Now, if they feel that the judge feels that their case is strong enough that he could decide to go ahead and rule, but since he only received this yesterday, and he's going to have to take some time to decide if it will be a summary or if it will be a trial that she has to testify to. But in the meantime, he has postponed it, and it's said to be on the docket for the fall of 2021. I think we were all ready for this to be over with and just see an end to it after a couple of more months. But having to wait another year, I don't know if we can stand it. If granted, the Duchess could sidestep the January trial altogether and avoid the spectacle of publicly facing her dad, Thomas Markle, the key witness who provided the letter to the Mail on Sunday. So anyway, she's not going to have to go on January. This was written, and within even that 48 hours, things have changed. So we'll get to the updated part in a moment. In a related request, Wednesday, Markle and her lawyers asked the court to delay the expected January the 10th trial, which I believe it was listed for the 11th. Meghan Markle received a copy of Finding Freedom before it went to press. Didn't know this, but I'm sure she knew what was in it anyway. She was given a copy of Finding Freedom book before it was released, but still denies colluding with the authors. And it says that the legal team said that, we know her age, has been given a copy of the book immediately before its serialization. In court documents submitted today, Meghan Markle's lawyers, the U.S. claimant's publicist, was only given a copy of the book immediately before its release, and by which time it had already been printed. She knew exactly what was in it. Do you think she's going to let somebody write this about her? And they had to let the palace see it before it went to print as well. She knew exactly. Meghan claims she didn't text her dad before the wedding, as he doesn't own a phone. So Meghan Markle claims she never sent a text message to her dad before the royal wedding, because he doesn't own a mobile phone. The Duchess of Sussex is currently locked in a privacy battle with the Associated Newspapers, the publishers of the Mail on Sunday, after the letter she wrote to her estranged father, Thomas Markle, was released. Just wanted to go over a few points in this from the Sun. Her lawyers today were refused permission to appeal the decision to allow the biography to be used in the privacy case. So that's good. So they had appealed and did not want Finding Freedom to be allowed in the privacy case, but the judge is allowing it. Yet in a twist, legal documents submitted by the 39-year-old lawyer suggest the Mail on Sunday's claims that much of the information in the book could only have originated from Meghan and Harry were seriously flawed. No, we know there were at least 49 points that they've already made issue of, stating that unless it came directly from them, that they couldn't have known about it. They claim references in the books to texting of her dad Thomas before the royal wedding weren't true because he doesn't own a mobile phone. What's a summary judgment? The court may give summary judgment against a claimant or defendant on the whole of a claim or on a particular issue if it's agreed that Meghan Markle, who's the claimant, has no real prospect of succeeding in the claim, or the defendant, Mel on Sunday, has no real prospect of successfully defending the claim. So to me, it's a good sign that he thinks that there's enough there that it should not be a summary trial, and hopefully he's not going to allow that it should still go to a full trial and she should be made to testify. There is another compelling reason why the case or issue should be disposed of at trial. Meghan Markle wins bid to delay the court battle with the newspaper. So this is the most updated, just hours ago. Meghan Markle won the bid to have a privacy action against the Mail on Sunday delayed. So she won that part after a London court ruled last month that the newspaper could amend its case to include details from a recently published, biography. And we know that's finding freedom. My conclusion is that the right decision in all the circumstances is to grant the application, Mark Walby, the judge, said. That means the trial of January the 11th, 2021 will be vacated and the new trial will be refixed for a new date sometime in the autumn or fall of 2021. Now, this is what I want to get to. CCN's Aubrey Hanson. Meghan Markle wins trial delay, but I'm afraid it could backfire. Meghan Markle is asking for and receiving a postponement of her case, but it doesn't bode well for a positive result. Is the Duchess backing down? See, I don't think she could get out of it even if she wanted to, and I think she's afraid to take the stand, just in my own opinion, because I believe that she'll be asked things that she'll be caught in perjury, because I think that she's not going to be forthcoming about. So let's go on. Meghan Markle received that postponement today. The question now is what the future of the court case. One thing is for sure, doesn't look good for Meghan. It appears Meghan Markle has won a request to postpone. Sorry, it keeps going over that. Let's skip down. A preliminary hearing was scheduled for the 29th of October, which was initially to discuss cost and case management. It now appears that Meghan's legal team forwarded an application to Mr. Justice Walby for the trial to be postponed to a yet unknown date. He's asking for about 9 months or a little over. Why is Meghan Markle asking for a postponement? I know there's rumors out saying, oh, well, she's pregnant. Maybe that's it, because she can't travel or anything. Of course, she's going to keep putting those kind of rumors out. I was noticing in some Vanity Fair and People articles that, about her going home for Christmas, and then she was and she wasn't, and this and that. So it proved to me from reading those articles of the people that she's said that she'll work with, she lies. She keeps sending out lies to them, and I'm thinking at some point, don't they get tired of the lies that she's feeding them and changing it from week to week? Why do they still even want to print it? All right, let's go back to this. Why is Meghan Markle asking for the postponement? This is a key question, and it's one we don't have a definitive answer to at present. Details may become available now that Mr. Justice Warby has granted an extension to Meghan's legal team, but at the moment, no one is really sure. Could Meghan Markle want to avoid going to trial and taking the stand? I honestly believe that despite her posturing, Meghan Markle is not interested in returning to the UK and taking the stand. In her various Zoom calls, we've already seen that while she may qualify as a passable Z-list actress when she's required to perform on the fly, she isn't up to par. There's also the fact that Meghan taking the stand in a legal trial would be a circus, the likes of which we've rarely seen. Her performance and every other word would be under scrutiny, and I don't think she fancies that kind of scenario. One of the other things that I've been thinking about is, they're supposed to meet it 1 year after the end of Mexit, which would be March 31st of next year. Maybe she doesn't want this outcome to take place before she meets with the Queen, and that would be so close. maybe she wants to wait and thinking that if they meet after the 1 year, that they'll be able to bargain, negotiate a better deal for themselves if this trial hasn't come to conclusion yet. And we also know that Harry shot off a warning for a possible lawsuit against the paper as well, the same paper, because they mentioned that he had abandoned his position as commander of the Royal Marines, which he did, and he says, no, I kept in touch, but maybe kept in touch with a few friends, but that wasn't the people that were in charge. He wasn't talking to the people who needed to know whether or not he was coming back. So I'm so sick of these two, especially now that the case has taken a somewhat unforeseen twist with the release of a certain book. So we're talking about Finding Freedom, but then there's also Robert Lacey's book that's coming out too. What is it? Battle of the Brothers or something. Could Finding Freedom be behind Meghan's change of heart? I still believe that when the idea of a tell-all book written by a close associate in Omid Scobie was floated, Meghan Markle thought she'd carry out the perfect plan. It was a way for her to put out a heavily curated version of events during her short-lived failure as a royal without taking the blowback of being the actual author of the book herself. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Well, a lot, as it turns out. Prince Harry, some of the more intimate details would have been impossible for the writers Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran to find out about without hearing directly from Meghan and Harry. What happens next? The million-dollar question. With Mr. Justice Warby allowing the postponement, these changes much of what we knew of the case. It's also worth considering that a summary judgment was reportedly asked for initially. This has been mentioned in a few media outlets today. If Meghan's legal team asks for a summary judgment followed by a postponement, it doesn't bode well for their confidence in the case. So I think she wanted the summary judgment, and even if she won or lost, to have it over with so that she wouldn't have to take the stand. And this Finding Freedom book being out, which is a definite invasion of the privacy, would help the Mail on Sunday's case, in my opinion. I'd wager that Meghan Markle is not interested in being asked to take the stand and answer questions relating to Finding Freedom book. I've said previously that the book would cause her issues, and it seems this is coming true in spectacular fashion. This court action could backfire on Meghan big time. The best Meghan can hope for now, in my opinion, is an out-of-court settlement for a token fee that associated newspapers may see as a worthwhile trade-off against petty, hefty legal fees, not to mention a drain of the time of the people involved. However, there's always the scenario where A&L decides to forego the settlement opinion and go for the kill, pressing ahead with the case and not resting until Meghan is thoroughly defeated. This would serve as a message to any other celebrities who may be thinking of taking a similar course of action. Ironically, Meghan Markle could end up being made an example of instead of the other way around, which is what she most likely believed would be the case. I believe she's afraid. She's worried what she's going to be asked on the stand. I think that she sees no other way around it, that she would have to lie because she's already said so many things to the contrary that I just don't see how she could win that case. And I think she's hoping that they'll give her the summary trial, and I don't think that's going to happen. We should hear about that, I guess, soon. But as of right now, it's been postponed until next year. Then we have to worry about Mr. Markle, whether his health is going to be up to par and whether or not we think that he is going to be able to, to make it a year from now. And are we still going to be in lockdown? What's going to go on then? I don't know. I just really wanted to see the end of it. So I want to send you all prayers for peace and good health and an end to this pandemic. Love and blessings to each of you. If you enjoyed the video, please support my channel by subscribing so that I can continue. Thank you. Don't forget prayers to everybody out there that is struggling, going through a difficult time, has not been able to go back to work or is not been able to see their family and friends. I know it's very difficult. It's difficult for all of us, and I just hope that we see an end to it soon, because I know there's so many people out there that are suffering because of this, and I just want us to be able to get our lives back to normal, and to find the answers to this, and go on living the way we used to. But everyone, have a good weekend. I'll try to be back with you. If I'm not, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and my love and blessings to each of you. Have a great one. Goodbye, everyone. Don't forget to leave me comments.